Blessed Sunday, beautiful people, and thank you for returning to What Did Kathy Watch? I'm a bit confused, wondering, where am I? Actually, I'm joking. It's just that we have a saying back home in Cleveland, where I'm from, that you can get four seasons in one day, and thus far, that's what we've had in Scotland today, and it's barely 2 o'clock. So, other than that, all is well. I watched a movie last night, like I always do. Well, not always, because sometimes I just read in bed. And I stumbled upon it on YouTube, and it's called Bad Guy, and it's from the South Korean director Kim Ki-duk. And on YouTube, it's billed as a dark love story. I'm not sure if it's a love story so much as it's attempting to answer the question, can people from different backgrounds and different classes, different educational levels, have an actual relationship? The film centers around Han Yi. This is the guy, and it's open for debate whether he's an actual mute or just prefers not to talk to people. So there's Han Yi, and a beautiful woman named Sun Hwa. Han Yi is obviously from the wrong side of the tracks. You can tell it by his demeanor, the way he dresses, and generally just everything. Sun Hwa, though, I guess you'd say she's from the South Korean elite. She's beautiful, she's well dressed, she's attending college, and in the opening scene, which shows a bunch of people walking down the street, people of all backgrounds and stuff, everywhere Sun Hwa passes, people do a double take. She's that pretty. So she goes to sit on a park bench and she's awaiting her college boyfriend. And Han Gi is sitting across the street, practically drooling as he watches her. So he finally gets up and he goes to sit next to her, but either he is actually mute or he literally just can't say anything because he's gobsmacked, by her beauty and her poise. So then her boyfriend comes up, and there's a brief conversation she has with the boyfriend about how he kept her waiting. And as they're walking away, Hungi gets up and just forcibly grabs her and forcibly kisses her. And she's pounding him, and the boyfriend is pounding him, but he's got her gripped really hard, and he's just kissing her. So when he finally breaks the kiss, she slaps him and she tells him, "You owe me an apology." And he starts to walk away. And as he starts to walk away, instead of apologizing to her, some cops come on the scene. And the cops and everybody else in the crowd who witnessed the event proceed to beat the crap out of Hangi, who eventually goes away. However, as I said, he is from the wrong side of the tracks. And it turns out he's a criminal. He runs a brothel, in a window brothel, as it's referred to. He's a low-level pimp, so he decides to get even with her by setting her up to fall into a situation where she needs a lot of money to get out of it, but she doesn't have it, being a student, so she's forced to take out a loan. She gets an unsecured loan, and she's told at the time of taking out the loan, you do realize that if you fail to pay us back within the agreed time, including the interest, then your face and your body becomes ours. That's your collateral. So she's forced into prostitution, and Han Gi sits on the other side of the window wall watching her as she fends off men, and he suddenly becomes protective of her, even though every time he goes in the room, she slaps him. There are only two scenes, one where she's raped and one where the rape is implied. And actually, they're both implied. You don't really see them. But it's very strange. And then one of Hangi's associates, Mung Sa, decides he's in love with Sunwa, and he wants his boss to release her so he can take her away and marry her. It's a deep, dark film, but for me, I didn't see any real love. To me, it was more about obsession. He seemed obsessed with her. To him, the way I perceived it, she was a prize. If a guy like him could get a girl like that, maybe he would be looked down upon less for having gotten a girl so high above him. And she makes it quite clear that she loathes him. I think you should watch it though. I found it enjoyable, and you might too. So I won't spoil the ending for you. Made in 2001, directed by Kim Ki-duk. The film is called Bad Guy, and you can watch it on YouTube. So that's it for my Sunday post. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If things just aren't going well, trust me, it'll get better. I promise. Until next time, thanks as always for tuning in. Stay safe and live well. Bye.